Up next, Chicago native Jimmy Slonina of Cirque Du Soleil's Kuza is sharing his favorite Chicago memories.
Dazzling lights, gorgeous costumes, surreal acts. For years, the world has been awed and inspired by Quebec-based company Cirque Du Soleil. Over the 20 years of its existence, their performances have stretched the envelope and dazzled us with ever-growing stunts and expertise. Kuza is Cirque's latest outing with a twist. They are taking it back to the basic acts. From acrobats to clowns, it promises the same thrills and chills with a little flair of old-school fun. But here's the real reason to go to see Kuza.
Jimmy, you are the star of Cirque Du Soleil right now. Can I call you that, the star?
Well, that's pushing it. I don't know if I'd say a star. I'm a participant in Cirque Du Soleil's Kuza.
You're also from Chicago.
I was born and raised on the southwest side of Chicago by Midway Airport, right around Archer and Narragansett. It's a very sleepy little neighborhood, a very ethnic Polish, Italian, Irish neighborhood.
How do you make your way through the theater scene through college?
Yeah, I actually started in high school, did some high school plays, musicals, stuff like that, and then I continued getting the acting bug, went to the University of Illinois in Champaign and did the theater program there. Got into a lot of stage combat stuff, a lot of physical theater things.
Right after U of I in Champaign, you moved back to Chicago, of course. Was that a no-brainer? Did you just want to be in Chicago for sure?
I didn't want to live anywhere else. I don't want to live anywhere else. This would be ideal to live here all my life. But yeah, right after college, moved straight back to Chicago on the north side this time.
Once back in the city, Jimmy immersed himself in the theater scene. He co-founded Defiant Theater with the mission to provoke and defy expectations within the art. After 11 successful years, he moved on to Las Vegas to pursue his dream.
The only place I worked in Las Vegas was in a show called Le Rêve, and I did that for about 3 years before I came to Cirque.
What's the difference between Vegas and your hometown in Chicago?
Well, no matter where you're from, Las Vegas is a culture shock. It's a big city, and you're coming from a big city, but still, it's so bright lights and flashy, and there's so many tourists there all the time. I prefer the hometown feel and the cultural richness of Chicago that it has.
So, what was it like to hear that you might be coming back to Chicago to be in this new Cirque du Soleil, production?
Well, first of all, to work with Cirque du Soleil was a dream for many, many years of mine. And then to work for Cirque du Soleil and to perform a show in my hometown where my friends and family can see it has just exceeded my dreams. I'm one of the clowns. I'm one of the King's Court jesters in the show. There's a king and two of his jesters, and I'm one of these guys. Very broad, high-energy clowns. We borderline on the clowns you might be scared of. Really? Oh, yeah. It's a very traditional circus for Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil is really known for its very beautiful avant-garde theater sort of feel where circus tricks are kind of incorporated in. This is back to the roots circus. It's more like a cabaret feel, one act after the other, and it's very accessible, very familiar, and it's just a beautiful show, and everybody from all walks of life will enjoy it. I can see it.
And how many times a week are you guys playing, and how long is it going to be here?
About 9 to 10 shows a week, and we're here until August 24th.
With a busy schedule, what can a clown do for fun on his day off?
I've seen more theater and went to the MCA. I saw my favorite band, Muka Pazza, play. I'm packing it in. I'm not wasting a second when I'm in Chicago. Pizza. Can I just say pizza? Uno's, Due's, Lou Malnati's are great. If you want really good thin crust pizza, Palermo's Pizza on 63rd and Pulaski. Unbelievable. It's tucked away, but if you can make the trek out there.
I got to think that a lot of young kids are going to see the show and want to be you. How do they do that?
Well, I started kind of early, and I watched a lot of television, which is probably not a good thing to tell kids, but I really got into a lot of comedians and physical comedians of my time back in the day, and I mean, it takes a lot of discipline. You have to really be focused on what you want and what you do, and on your body, and making sure you take care of yourself.
Having a good work ethic is important. Having a city that supports you, priceless.
There's so much talent out here. There's so many great actors and theater makers out here. What the mayor's been doing for the theater scene here has been really, really great. He's been really supportive of small theater companies, and so you can see like little theaters popping up, even in the downtown area. It's been very, very helpful to theater makers in this town, which is great. This is the best city in the world. For sure, it's the best city in the world.
For more information on Kuza, log on to our website at 247chicago.tv.
After the break, we're going into a whole new world of dessert, so stay tuned.